look, do you know what would trouble me a little bit? If I was to really look into some of these performances and look at, okay, Tipperary last year against Galway and Waterford, those two games that were very exacting in terms of like how the year finished up. Really dispiriting finishes to both of those games. And I look at the games that really mattered in the league this year, which was the Limerick one and also the one, of course, of yesterday against Clare. And the fact that Tipperary finished the game with 2-13, and even against Limerick, was it 3-16 or something like that?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, you're not raising enough flags here, whether they're green flags or white flags. The goals are kind of keeping you alive. And having Jake Morris, like probably the premier goal machine in the country, it's papering over the cracks, because if you score, and those 4 games that actually matter, they've averaged 18.5 flags being raised per game. That's just not going to do it. And I'll even compound that by saying, when Tipperary got back to within 3 points, Conor Bowe's brilliant solo to set up Sean Hayes for the goal, and then straight away after Jason Ford, he scored a free in the 37th minute. So it was back to within 3 points. For the rest of the game, both teams created 17 chances. Tipperary scored 5 of 17, which is ridiculously low, and Clare scored 10 of 17. So Tipperary had every opportunity to work their way back into the game. But it was just like, and I kind of asked myself, what is it that happened here? Was it like a confluence of factors whereby, right, they're a little bit jaded. They came into the game thinking Clare didn't want to win the semi-final. And of course, Tipperary are going to win it because Tipper, the team that ostensibly needs another game. And like Jason Ford just had one of his biggest off days on the tee. I mean, sometimes people say, do you do enough from play as a free taker? But like, it was just total malfunction for him. Gerard O'Connor never got in the game. Jake Morris didn't get enough ball. And then all the workhorses. So Dara Stakelum, it just didn't happen for him at all. Connor Stakelum, really off day for him. And it's just across the board. It's like so many off days, and you're just relying on Conor Bowe's few bursts, and Willie Connor's playing quite well, and Brian O'Mara doing some good things. Yeah, it was just like the
too many workhorses, Shano.
But that is something that I kind of wondered about, because, and like they brought in Sean Kennelly, who, like, he's really talented and he got a nice point, and so they tried to bring in a bit more with him, and maybe like a line breaker in Sean Hayes. And
hold on now. In the last 60 seconds, you've said off the tee because you were watching golf last night, and line breaker. You need to relax now and pull the horns in and get the GA terminology back on again.
Okay, well, look, I'm not sure how you say that, but took on his man.
He broke through a tackle.
Yeah, he bet his man. It's a very fair point, because it's something that I kind of had looked at. I was like, okay, who are the scorers in the forward line? And you're thinking, okay, Jason Ford and Jake Morris. And I would have thought that Gerard O'Connor, who maybe that really busy schedule has caught up a little bit, and maybe the 5 weeks off now will stand to him, because he does look like a player Tip have to hang their hat on. After that, you had Conor Stakelum. You had, Dan McCormick was playing further back the field. Like Conor Bowe was an attacker playing midfield. Willie Connors is an attacking type player. But there's probably not that many players who you think they could explode and hit 6 points for play here.
Yeah.
So you could have a point there. Yeah, you could.
Was it a bit strange that the team was rejigged? Like, Bowe has been wing back nearly all the league, and now I think he was predominantly out middle of the field. Brian O'Mara, who I wouldn't know as a cornerback, would I know as a wing back or centre back, maybe even a full back, was in cornerback. Like, I thought they were peculiar moves now as well.
Yeah, well, with that, and taking Owen Connolly out of the team through injury and Seamus Kennedy out of the team, it's kind of like they rearranged an awful lot of the furniture, and it just all came apart.